Hello and welcome back to the tribe. My fellow tribesmen, today I'm poking my nose into the second most subjective matter in life, force feedback settings, where the first being showering in the morning or at night. As always, I will keep it very simple. In the video description you'll find direct links to two different FFB settings of mine which will be important into your content manager once you click on them. So please save your current settings before importing mine. As you may know, I am using the Thrustmaster T300RS wheel, so the settings I'm going to be sharing will be highly subjective. First, because they are adjusted according to my personal tastes, and second, I only have one wheel set at home, so it might not give you the desired effect if you have another set. But the things I'm going to explain will be valid for all. So, here I say it right away, I don't use any lookup tables. So setting up LUTs are cool, I respect all who like them. I've tried a fair bit of LUTs in the past, pursuing that one setting set which would make me go wow, but that never happened. It very well may be my hands are numb, so no LUTs in this video. Let's start with the Thrustmaster control panel settings. Overall strength of all forces at 75%. Plenty of force for all effects, so 100% is not needed in my opinion. All other settings are at 100%, where spring is not used by Assetto Corsa, so the value actually doesn't matter. I leave it at 100% though, since it is important for me in Euro Truck Simulator 2. Damper is also at 100%, which is used by Assetto Corsa. It's noticed when the car is stationary, adding some weight to the wheel, so it is more realistic like this. These settings are the same for both content manager settings of mine you will see in this video. Let's see what the settings do in content manager and what my settings are. We go to settings, Assetto Corsa, and then to controls. On the axis page everything is at standard. Degrees of rotation is 1080, gamma at 1, filter and speed sensitivity are at 0. Gamma for brake pedal is at 2.4 since I like increasing brake force near the pedal travel, and somehow this feels more realistic with the quite light and springy standard T300RS brake pedal. On the force feedback you will see my natural force feedback settings. The steering wheel of a real car is actually rather smooth, unless there are issues within the tires or the suspension system. So the only forces you feel through a real car steering wheel are directness, how heavy it is while turning or how light it gets as the car brakes, turns or accelerates, how fast it responds to weight transfer, and how fast it responds to the loss or gain of mechanical grip. All those other vibrations and the sense of losing traction is what your bottom tells you. So actually a natural wheel should reflect no effects, therefore my natural settings are at a minimum. Gain is at 100%, you should leave it here as well, since you can alter FFB gain in-game specific for every car with the numpad plus and minus buttons. Filter is at 0%, it smooths out spikes in the force feedback, but you won't need it with the belt-driven T300RS. Minimum force raises the lowest forces to a level where they can be felt, so 5% is doing fine, adding a little bit of salt to everything. The next 4 effects should actually be called effect enhancements, since even at 0% they are already present and anything above just enhances them. Curb effect introduces vibrations when you run over a curb, even when you drive off on the grass. With this set to 0% you will only feel the bigger curbs that actually affect the physics of the car. Even though it is less realistic, I'd like a little bit more feeling, therefore it is at 10%. But that is a personal preference. It is a light effect, so it can be raised much higher than the others if you like. Road effect is the vibration felt based on the road surface, so 10% introduces almost imperceptible vibrations. Slip effect vibrates the wheel when you lose traction. I find this rather unrealistic, therefore at 0%. ABS effect vibrates the wheel when ABS engages. I'd like just a tiny bit of additional vibration with ABS, therefore this is at 10%. Enhanced understeer effect further lightens the wheel to a higher degree during understeer. This is completely unnatural though. Everything on the right hand side are left at standard values. I felt no improved feeling when I played around with those with the T300RS. Alright, so these settings were my natural settings, and the other one is called enhanced settings. These are for those who want to feel a little bit more from their wheels. Even though it is personal taste, these should be the maximum if you want to keep it to the realistic side. Experiment with both settings and tell me how you feel in the comments. In the FFB tweaks under custom shaders patch, everything is at standard value and it is active, mainly because additional realism for MacPherson strut cars and disabling FFB during loading. So that's been it from this video. I hope you find it useful. If you like my content, leave a like, a comment, or consider joining our tribe. See you in another video. Take care.